man. 10 toes down, holding it down with Mikey T.
How's everything been for you since our last interview, 10 Toes Down, man?
Everything good, brother. You know, everything been smooth, blessed. I'm still alive, so everything's perfect.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Thriving, right?
That's right. Definitely.
A lot of shit's going down in hip hop right now, man. This whole Young Thug thing is kind of crazy. You know, Young Thug got locked up out of nowhere. His whole team, like 28 people, something around there, indicted. A lot of them still not incarcerated.
Mm-hmm. That's normal shit. That's normal everyday thing. Young Thug, Michael Johnson, Tony Thompson, Eddie Hendricks, whoever, just name a name, whatever it is, they get locked up too. But we shed more light on it because you know he's supposed to be a public figure. He's Young Thug. He's a rapper. Ain't no difference. Same goddamn thing. But I bet you this goddamn thing. I bet you he got that little Bible with him. You know them little Bibles, them little small Bibles. He got one of them. He got highlights of scriptures and psalms, and he reading all kind of shit. And he calling his aunt, the one that be in the church all the time, and they praying for him. We going, yeah. Now they want to start praying and getting too late. You're already in there already. Get your punk ass up. Go sit down. Go sit on your hands, stupid ass. I don't feel sorry for none of them. They had it. They took it. They ran with it and forgot about everybody else and got caught. And when I say they forgot about everybody else, I don't mean that they wasn't trying to pull their brothers from the hood up, even if they was doing that type of help. They family and all their loved ones, they forgot about them because you put yourself out there. You might say, well, he didn't. No. The feds ain't going to be coming locking your ass up if they ain't got something on you. They got ongoing investigations. The feds will let you people. The feds will let you people. They'll let you people. They'll let you sell all the dope and put it in all the neighborhoods. They let you get it. They bet you be 300 million rich. And over that 3-year investigation, you done 30 people. You done did all this, right? And then they lock you up. And then now they get you for murder. When in fact, if you think about it, you murderers. Because y'all allowed me to do that during your investigation. Y'all sat there and watched. You'll probably send some of your agents to be part of my team and do some of the hits with me. I seen Donnie Brasco. He was part of that whole shit. He was part of the hits. He was part of the assaults and shit like that. So if the government allow you to do that, then hey, you know what? I blame you because you already know the end result. Especially them as rappers. They know. You done seen what happened to everybody else. If you're going to do something, at least do something different. And now look what they do, right? One thing I'm not going to do, what I learned being gone, right? Whatever I get into, I'm going to learn about it. So let's say if I want to do a crime, if I want to end up doing a crime again, I want to get into embezzlement. I'm going to go read up on embezzlement first before I start to get into that. I'm going to read up on embezzlement, shepherdized cases, meaning I'm going to research all the cases. I'm going to cross-reference the cases to find out who beat it, how they beat it, what cases I can use when I go to court, because I learned that lawyer, he ain't going to fight for your life more than you going to fight for yourself. So if you're going to do something, not saying to do it, but if you do, at least know what you're doing. That's it. So if you decide to be a gangbanger and a gang member and then read up on cases, federal cases, and it's saying they took this crew down, everybody got life. They took this one down, they got everybody life. And then you start looking at the appeal process and people who beat the case and all that, and they got a 1% chance. Oh, I'm not getting into that. That's the wrong crime to do. Let me find something else to do, or just leave crime alone, period. Especially them, when you got money like that. That's why they call it change. I'm going to change my environment. I'm going to change the people, places, and things. I'm going to change the people I be around. because now I got the money. So now it's time to start rubbing elbows with the big execs. And now it's time to start making bigger decisions, start planning for the future for my family and my up and coming homeboys and the jobs I can start giving out. Now it's time to start doing that, opposed to sitting around throwing sets up. Boom, hey, cuz, hey, nigga, out of here with that sign language. I don't want no parts of that sign language shit. I hear very well. But I don't feel no type of way for him, them. Lock them up. I ain't gonna be saying free them. Lock them up. Look, I had a thing when I was gone. It used to be I was the bad apple of the bunch. So we had a program called the YAP program, Youth Awareness Program, and they used to bring the kids in. And when the kids come in, they all up in there, and the brothers is talking to them. I'll be out back doing push-ups, eating garlic. I didn't brush my teeth that morning. I get nice, hot, and sweaty. And I come out there and they bring me out in the shackles because they let them see, all right, this is how you're going to end up. If you ever got to go to a funeral, you ever got to go on a trip or anything. And then here I come out, boom. And they say my case. They say everything about me. So now I'm shackled. And now the kids is like, oh, shit. And they looking at me. And then they take me out. And then about 20 minutes later, I'll come back. But now I ain't got no handcuffs on. Now I ain't got nothing. And the police done told them, just to put it in their mind, this was like the fear. This man cannot be in population, he this and that. Then they put me in a cell, and then they get the worst kid and put him in a cell with me. The kids be fighting. They be fighting and struggling not to go in that cell with me. They be crying, please. They push him in there and close the door, bang. And I be sitting right on the bed. What's going on? Now, you got two options. You got two ways to get out this cell. One, I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to answer me. If you don't, you're going to get on your knees, and you know what you're going to do, right? Yo, I had kids be like, oh, I'm going to pray. Oh, you going to pray? That's what you're going to get on your knees and pray? Some kids be like, you want me to give you? Yo, that shit be crazy. They be crying their ass off, going through it. And once I see I got the fear in them, now it's time to build them up. Get up. So some I put on the floor. Get up. Sit down. What's going on at home? What's the problem? Because I already read what they did. Some of them cursed their mothers out. Some of them got locked up before. Some of them got caught with knives in school. So I asked them what the problem is. Yo, them kids' problem is the same problems I had. They suffered from peer pressures. They didn't know who they were. They had no identity. They just wanted to fit in. So many things, and I break them down, man. We had over a 95% rate of whatever kids they brought into the program never got in trouble no more. I'm talking about the toughest of the toughest kids. We deal with some badass kids. I had judges, lawyers. I had sheriffs. They would bring the kids in, and 30 to 40 kids at a time. And when it's time to get to me, I do the breakdown. You have some kids that first rebel before they get to the cell part with me, when they get in there, and when I bring them back out to the rest of the group. Sometimes I make them go out there with their shoes off, with whatever they wore on there. They go out there with it off. Sometimes I make them go out there and tell the rest of the group, because they be the head. They be the ones riding up on the bus, scared of them jail motherfuckers. They gonna do nothing to me. They be talking junk when they coming up. And the bus driver, he just be getting all the information. When he get up there, he let us know who was talking shit, which one, boom. And then when they get in there, I go out there and tell everybody what just happened in the cell with me and you. How you was almost naked, ready to give it up. And all that talk you was talking, riding up on the bus about ain't nobody gonna do shit to you. Tell them. They're not telling them that part. Do you know what it takes for them to tell them that? So it shows that, you know what? You're not really tough as you think you are. You spent over an hour on this bus trip coming up here to this prison talking about what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. If you ever come in here, if you ever get arrested and come to prison, you're going to really run into a guy like me, which that's not really me, but you're going to run into a guy in which I displayed to you. And it's really going to happen to you. You're really not built for this. I know you thought you was built for it before you got here. A lot of kids think they built, you know. Even my oldest son, thought he was built for it. Kids I talk to in the street, they think they built for it. They're not built for this shit. The rappers, they talk all that shit. But I see it. I see it. When I'm around them, I see it. I see the pussy, punk ass. They pussy.
Let me ask you about a guy that Young Thug brought into this. Gunna, very, very successful artist. Gunna actually came onto the scene more popular than Young Thug did. Now the feds, the prosecutors are trying to label this man as the number 2 guy in the organization simply because I think he's the biggest earner. Like he brought 150,000 sales to the group in a single week, thus legitimizing YSL. Why are they targeting young Gunna, or Gunna, I should say?
Man, the same way they target the kids in the street. They had a ring of gang members they locked up, right? I think it was like 28, 29. Out of the 28, 29, 20 to 25 of them was gang members. The other 4 wasn't gang members. They wasn't part of no gang. They didn't commit no crime. They didn't do nothing. They were just school kids, but they was around them. But they only locked them up for the information. That's what they lock them up for. So this brother right here getting locked up, they'll know, yeah, he ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit. But we need his voice. And he know he ain't got nothing to do. What's an innocent person going to do? An innocent civilian going to do? He going to spill all the beans, anything he knows. And once you start playing that, man, I don't know nothing of that. Man, they don't know what it is till they get under this right here. This right here, Mikey, this will change everybody's. Once this shit get on them and they start putting them sandwiches in front of them, I don't know what it is about that light to make the motherfucker. They be like, man, I'm about none of this shit because them. Nah, so young, he had the gun. He cocking up for Yeah, they change all that shit up. This light right here will change your whole outlook at life. I don't know what it is about that light with the change. But I believe that that's a tactic that the federal government used, the United States government used. Yeah. See, the thing about the state and the feds is that when you go to the state, right? It's the state versus whoever it is. The state versus Mikey T. When you go to the goddamn feds, it's the United States. The United States versus me? Oh, you know you ain't got no win. The United States versus who? The United States versus Mikey T. You know you ain't got no wins against the goddamn United States. You better go and sit your ass down. I might have a little win against the state. It's just a little state of New York, state of New Jersey, but the goddamn United States, yeah, they got some heavy hitters. They got some heavy hitting DAs that's coming into this goddamn courtroom to finish me. And then when they start talking all that, the ongoing investigation, 2 years, 1 year, you know it's over. That's it.
10 years.
Yeah, they do the longest investigations on your ass. Sit on your hands.
They literally waited till he got in place to get the money that he needed to put other people in position. Like,
that's right.
You know, when he first got on, the guy was seemingly living off of Birdman's money, you know, but then he got in position to own his own. They raided his crib real quick, 10. They raided his crib real quick after he was putting all types on his Instagram. They went right to his crib and they found a whole bunch of shit. And they kind of rained down on Young Thug's parade at that point.
Yeah.